Hello everyone and welcome back to the Elegant Edit and to a new video. Today's video is one that I'm very excited about because it's a topic that's very important to me. As someone who describes their personal style as elegant, classy, feminine, and timeless, I try to stick to that all year round. However, in the summertime, I'm sure many of you can relate, it can be difficult to look elegant and put together when it is very hot outside. Now, I have lived in North Carolina for many years of my life and have spent the past few years traveling back and forth between North Carolina and England, where summer is not typically super hot unless there's a heat wave here. So I feel like I'm the right person to kind of share some tips and advice with you on this topic, and I'm also going to be sharing some outfit inspiration to give you some ideas on how you can look elegant in the summertime. And I just want to say that obviously it's not super hot everywhere in the summertime, so some of the outfits that I'm sharing with you are good for really hot weather, some are good for cooler weather and warmer weather, so it depends where you live, where you are in the summertime, but for the most part we are focusing on hotter weather in this video, just because that's what most people experience in the summertime. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, and I'm going to get into it before this video goes on and on and on, because we all know I love to talk. Alright, so this first tip is going to seem quite obvious, and I'm sure many of you know it, but I think it's good to just remind people of this because I think everyone likes to wear different colors and different kinds of fabrics, and you just don't always think about this when you're putting an outfit together in the morning. So, in the summertime, because it is hot, you are going to want to stick to lighter colors and neutrals, especially white or beige or just those natural kind of light colors. And I know they're not the most exciting or vibrant, and I'm not saying you have to wear white every single day in the summertime, but if it's a really hot sunny day, white is going to be your best option because it is going to keep you cool. Black and darker colors are just going to attract the heat and make you really hot. So I'm not saying you can't wear it. There are days I do like to wear black in the summertime, but again, if it's a really hot sunny day, you may want to stick to lighter colors and cooler fabrics. So some natural fabrics that you may want to think about wearing and buying in the summertime are linen, cotton, silk, and satin. Now, those are not always the most affordable, so one thing I like to say is that viscose can be an affordable option all year round, that's comfortable to wear all year round. But when it comes to those natural fabrics, they're going to be your best bet in the summertime. Especially cotton and linen, I think, can look very elegant. I personally love linen pants or linen shorts in the summertime. And if you live in the US, one brand that I recommend would be Old Navy. Linen blend options are also more affordable than 100% linen. So Old Navy has a lot of linen blend pieces. I have some pants from them, as I mentioned. I have a dress from them, and I have a couple other linen blend pieces in my wardrobe. And I'm telling you, especially in a neutral color, you can style them in a lot of different ways. You can kind of dress them up or down, and again, they're going to keep you cool. Now, we cannot make a video about summer fashion and not talk about dresses. I know not everyone is a dress kind of person, but hear me out. I could live in dresses, especially in the summertime. They are so chic, so elegant. And the great thing about dresses is that there are so many different styles of dresses, so you can really dress them up or down, which is really, really great. Perfect for different kinds of weather. Maybe not everyone agrees with that, but I do. I think it's perfect. Even if it's raining, even if it's a cloudy, dark day, a dress can really brighten up your day and your mood. I feel like you can play around with fabrics, you can play around with patterns, prints, materials, and again, you can wear something a bit more elegant and dressed up for a more special occasion. You can choose one that's very casual and very simple, but still fun. There is really something for everyone out there, and I also believe that no matter what your body type is, there is a dress for you out there as well. And I just think they're really fun. One of the best things about dresses to me is that they don't require a ton of thought. So you'll look very put together even though it didn't take much effort in the morning to throw on a dress, because when you're pairing a top with some bottoms, you have to think, do they match? What colors are they? Are they clashing? What are the prints, patterns, materials? How is it all going to look? But when you're wearing a dress, it is one garment, so it makes things a lot easier in the mornings. And again, perfect for hotter weather. In relation to dresses, but also in fashion in general, in the summertime, I think a lot of people feel that summer fashion can be quite boring and simple and plain. And I feel where people are coming from, but I do believe there are ways to make an outfit more interesting. I always like to pay attention to details. So whether it's a nice neckline or broderie details, lace details, I love gold buttons. I think when it comes to patterns and prints, I love stripes, especially navy and white can look quite nautical. So obviously it's perfect for summertime. I love polka dots, and I've heard, I'm not someone who follows trends a lot, but I have heard that polka dots, especially black and white, are very on trend right now. I love that anywhere, anytime, so that's just something I thought I would share with you. But play around with prints, patterns, and again, pay attention to details because they can really complete a look. Back to dresses for a minute for just one more tip, and that is that you are obviously going to want to focus on a dress that is a bit more flowy. Tighter materials and tighter dresses are obviously, they can be very flattering, but I think that again, because they're tight fitting, they are going to make you quite hot and sweaty. And obviously a great idea for a dress would be to wear one that is a bit more flowy and elegant, but you can always cinch it in at the waist with a belt to make it look a bit more fitted. That way it's not hugging you in every part of your body. It's just cinching you in at the waist, keeping things flattering, but not making you sweat. My next tip relates to how much skin you have on show. Again, I don't want to be a broken record, but obviously in the summer, people are going to be showing a bit more skin. It's hot, no one wants to wear pants and long sleeve tops and jackets all year round. So with this tip, I want to kind of reiterate that we're talking about elegance here, and I think that for me personally, I prefer to pick one body part basically and have that be more of the center of attention. So what I mean by that is, and I think there might be like a rule for this that some women follow, and I kind of do as well. I personally feel that if I want my legs on show that day, then I'll cover up a bit more up here. However, if I want more of my chest and arms on show, I'll cover up more on my legs. Now, this is not something everyone has to follow, and if you personally like showing off your midriff, your legs, your arms, or all of that at the same time, you do you, that's awesome. But for me personally, and if you're watching this video, I'd imagine for you as well, to be elegant, I think that you need to be a little bit covered. This is just my opinion. You don't have to agree. But with this, again, I can't think of the name of the rule that a lot of women follow, but essentially some examples of this are that, let's say I want to wear something that's a bit of a low neckline. I will probably opt to wear a longer skirt or pants that day. And the same is true vice versa. If I want to wear shorts or a mini skirt or something like that that's going to show a bit more of my legs, I might wear a short sleeve top or a nice blouse or just something to cover up a bit more up top. Now again, this is not a rule that everyone has to follow, but again, if you're opting for elegance, I think this is a great one to follow. Next tip is to always keep a light layer with you, especially if you live in the US or somewhere where there's a lot of air conditioning. You are going to get cold. At least I know I do. I feel like temperatures can change like this and I'm going to be cold one minute, hot the next. I like to personally just keep a layer with me at all times, even on a really hot day. If you know you're going to be kind of in and out of places, I recommend doing this again just to make sure you're comfortable, but it's also a fun chance to style more of an outfit in the morning. It might require a bit more thought, but it doesn't have to be complicated, I promise. For little layers, you could always use a nice cardigan. I love, again, a striped cardigan. I love a cardigan with nice gold buttons. And again, little details like that really truly complete an outfit in my opinion. So you could always opt for a cardigan. You could also wear just a nice denim jacket or a light jacket. Again, one that's not super thick and heavy, so it's going to keep you cool but still also keep you warm, if that makes sense. And then you could also opt for something like a blazer, like a linen blazer or a white one, again, lighter colors. Or if your outfit underneath is quite simple or neutral in color, you could have a bit more fun and add color with a blazer as well. Again, I just like to be prepared for anything, and that includes the weather and temperature. But you don't have to do this, it's just something I like to do. If you're still feeling like your outfits are just too simple and boring, another fun way to kind of spice it up a bit is accessorizing. I love accessorizing. Again, I kind of rely on this in the summertime when my outfits are simpler. One way you can do this is with jewelry. So for example, Necklines tend to drop in the summertime. I personally think in the fall and winter, high necks are the most elegant, but in the summer, you're going to want something that's a bit cooler. So for me personally, I think there's nothing more elegant than a square neckline. I just think they are so perfect and flattering. But you may like a V-neck, you might like a sweetheart neck, something different. But either way, a bit more of our chests are going to be on show, and so one way to kind of accessorize with that is layering up some necklaces, or just wearing a bold necklace if you want to wear just one. But I personally prefer gold jewelry, and I love layering on dainty necklaces. I love starting off with like a herringbone necklace, or maybe like a chain necklace, something like that, and then I love wearing just one necklace with a pendant as kind of the longest layer. So layering on jewelry is a great way to kind of go about that. Same with bracelets. Again, you're not wearing long sleeves, so you can wear stacked bracelets if you want to, and you can just have a bit more fun with it. Same goes for earrings. You're most likely going to be wearing your hair up and out of your face and off of your neck, so you can wear really fun, big, bold earrings in the summertime, and it just works. I think in fall and winter, sometimes keeping things simple with accessories is great, but in the summertime, you get to have a lot of fun with that, and you can add color to an outfit that way as well. Speaking of color, another way that you can add color to your outfits besides jewelry would be through things like bags, shoes, sunglasses, belts, and silk scarves. I have a little scarf collection. They're not real silk, but I just call them that. But I have a little collection. They're all very colorful. Some are more neutral, but a lot of color, really fun patterns and prints. And they just add so much interest to a simpler outfit. So I adore those. You can wear them around your neck. You can wear them in your hair. You can tie them to a bag. They're just so fun. And again, lots of ways to wear them. You can also have a bit more fun with sunglasses. I personally only have neutral pairs, but if you want to add a pop of color there, you could. Again, with bags, a lot of people love having lots of different bags or shoes. There are so many ways to add color to your outfits. If you're not a girl who wants to add a lot of color to your outfits, then tan and cream are the way to go when it comes to accessories in the summertime. I think I prefer tan or cream over black in the summer, but again, I do wear both, and you can too. But tan and cream together or apart, I think it's a beautiful color combination at this time of year, so you really can't go wrong. But again, adding color to your outfits in the summer kind of brightens your mood, and even if it's a dark day like it can be here in the UK, I just think it makes things a bit more fun and interesting. My last tip on color is you can also use this time to experiment with more colorful makeup. So if you're not into adding lots of color to your fashion, you can do it with your makeup. So again, I don't tend to do this a whole lot. I don't really stray from what I'm comfortable with makeup, but you can always have a bit more fun with eyeliner. I think blue or green are in some ways neutrals, not really, but they're a bit more neutral than other colors. So you can add a subtle, even eyeshadow, like a subtle line under your lash line, or winged eyeliner that's a different color, or you can use this time to figure out your best shade of red for lipstick. I think that everyone can pull off red, but you have to figure out what your red is. So for some people it's more of a deeper red, for some people it's a true red, and for some it's a really bright orangey red. I do think that you can pull it off. It takes a bit of experimenting and trying different shades, but that is another great way to add color to your summer looks. And again, a red lip with a more natural base or face makeup can look really chic as well. My next tip is to keep your undergarments simple. I know a lot of women are going to relate to me when I say that wearing super tight, uncomfortable bras or underwear or shapewear, that kind of thing, is not always comfortable in the summertime. You can get really sweaty, and you just look forward to taking those things off at the end of the day. So one way to kind of get around that is to choose cotton. I think we've all heard this tip before, but if you haven't, cotton is going to be very, very breathable, so it's much easier to wear that for your undergarments in the summertime. I also recommend sticking to nudes or neutrals, because if you are wearing a lot of white or lighter colors, there's less of a chance that that's going to be shown through with your clothing, because a lot of things can be sort of see-through in the summertime. But if you're wearing nude seamless undergarments, you won't even be able to see anything underneath, which is great. And also, I sometimes do this as well. If you have a more supportive top or dress that you plan to wear, or you have kind of like almost like a built-in support here, if you know what I mean, then you can go braless as well. If you feel there's enough support there that's lifting you and holding you in place, that way, again, you won't need to wear a bra and it won't feel so hot. My next tip relates to handbags. So I personally feel like in the fall and winter, it makes more sense to carry a bigger, kind of bulkier bag or tote bag that's closer to your body. But in the summertime, you want to stay cool and look cute. And I think a good way of doing that is by wearing smaller handbags. So maybe a light crossbody bag, a little handbag, or even a clutch could be good options at this time of year. Let's talk hair. So obviously in the summer it's going to be hot. I might have mentioned this already, but you're going to want your hair a lot of the time probably up and off of your neck. So a couple ways you can do that are by using claw clips. I feel like that's a very easy but still effortless and elegant way to have your hair up and out of your face. I recently bought a few new ones and they're really cute, and they come in different colors, but I feel like claw clips are super simple, easy to use. And again, they still look nice, or you can do a high bun, a low bun, a medium bun, whatever you want to do. You can also do a high ponytail. You can put a little silk scarf in your ponytail, which I like to do sometimes as well. You can use a French hairpin. I still haven't mastered this, but you can use a French hairpin and just twist your hair up and put the pin through your hair. I love that look. So chic. So there are ways to look elegant with your hair up. I do personally like my hair down more than I do up, but it also depends on the outfit. There are certain outfits, especially if there's a bit more going on at the neckline or more details on top, that I think wearing your hair up looks nice. It's up to you. I think depends on the outfit, depends on how hot it is, and just how you feel. Now let's talk shoes. I personally think there are a couple different pairs that are necessary to have in your summer wardrobe. Overall, of course, I think it's important to wear open-toed shoes in the summer for obvious reasons. Nobody wants to see or smell your sweaty feet. Nobody likes that look, and nobody wants to feel that. So definitely opt for more open-toed shoes. I think having open-toed heels, like block heels, heeled sandals, anything like that is a really elegant choice in the summertime. They're more comfortable than stilettos as well, and they're easier to walk in. So I always love those. I have a black pair from Dune London. Love them. But again, if you're not a heel kind of girl, you can also just have a simple pair of flat sandals as well. Again, I have a black pair from Target that I really love, and I like to wear those. Again, I'm in the UK where a lot of places are not very friendly with heels. Like, I don't know how you girls in the UK do it, because I'm terrified to wear heels anywhere because of lots of cobblestone, old streets. Like, I don't know how you girls do it, because I just don't think I could. But when I can, I do like to wear block heels. So again, focus on open-toed shoes, but if you're going to wear sneakers or anything closed-toe, I feel like you cannot go wrong. Everybody needs a pair of white sneakers. I know the chunky white like dad sneakers are very on trend right now, but again, I'm not someone who really follows trends. I like to choose more timeless pieces. So if you're like me, I definitely recommend a daintier, slimmer pair of white sneakers. And for me, the best ones are the Adidas Stan Smith sneakers. Mine have gold on the back, but you can choose a different color, which is nice because you can kind of make it your own that way. But I just think that those shoes work with any outfit. I have worn them with more casual dresses. I'd wear them with shorts and a top. I would wear them with skirts. I would wear them with pants, like anything. They just look really nice. And again, if you're not into heels and you want something more casual, I just think they're a perfect sneaker to go for. And yeah, they're slim, so they look more chic than a chunky sneaker would. So they're the only sneakers that I would ever wear with a dress. Again, more casual dresses, but I would never wear any other sneaker with a dress. I think you really can't go wrong with those shoes, and I recommend them to everyone. And my last couple tips are just to carry a couple essentials on you. So these are more kind of hygiene tips. So I definitely recommend making sure you're not sweating. Okay, now this is not always easy. Again, it's hot, and if you're going to be out all day, it's tricky. But one thing I recommend is to use Panoxyl on your armpits. It's harder to find in the UK, but I do believe you can buy it here. Or I believe you can also use glycolic acid, but you have to be careful. So do your research on this. But either way, those products can help you to sweat less. You will smell much better, I promise. Just make sure you're cleaning up really well. But other than that, when you are out for the day, maybe bring a mini deodorant with you. And another tip is that if you're leaving the house for the day and you're worried about sweating, you can also put on your deodorant and apply baby powder, which will keep you dry, which is really great. So there are lots of tips. You can also spray a bit of perfume. Don't overdo it, but in the summertime, choose a nice light, floral, fruity fragrance. My personal favorite right now is the Jo Malone English Pear and Sweet Pea. It's my most elegant fragrance. I absolutely love it. So couldn't recommend that more. But again, don't overdo it. You don't want to smell like you're trying to cover up a bad smell. So just light sprays on your neck or on your wrists. You're good to go. So make sure you smell nice. Another thing is maybe you could carry a little fan with you. I like the ones like the paper fans that you can kind of open up. I don't know if they're paper, but you know what I mean. The little fans that you kind of open up and you can kind of fan yourself with. I think that always looks really elegant. And then also blotting paper. You can probably find this at most places. I have some that I've had forever. They're actually from Elf, and I don't know if they make them anymore, but many other brands have them. But you take it out of the little compact and you just blot your face wherever you're oily. It's kind of gross, but you can kind of see the oil on the little sheet, but it makes you look a bit drier, if that makes sense. It takes all the excess oil off of your face, so you're not super shiny. So I always carry those with me, even in the winter, just because my skin, I think I have combination skin, so I would recommend carrying that all year round. But just, again, focus on your hygiene, make sure you look polished and put together, and you can also carry a little hairbrush with you. I always love to carry a little mirror, and always, always, always bring your lip product for the day. While I do still think that it's easier to look elegant and put together in the fall and winter, it is possible, I think I have proved, it is possible to look elegant and classy in the spring and summertime as well. Overall, remember that fashion should be fun. You know, it says more about your personality and you should have fun with it in the summertime. You're able to wear things that are flowy and long and beautiful, and you can have fun with prints, patterns, colors, details. There is so much you can do in the summertime that can be a bit harder to pull off in the fall and winter, so have fun with it. And if all else fails, just stick to neutrals. You really can't go wrong with that. You will never have, I think, a fashion fail if you're just wearing neutrals. I think that's much harder to do. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know what tips you're going to incorporate in your summer wardrobe, and don't forget to subscribe. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.